Okay, trying to do some instructions for the score sheet for volleyball. So when you are going to be doing the score sheet, you would want to make sure that whichever team, when you're looking at the net, is on the left side of the net, that you do their score on this side, and whichever team is on the right side of the net, you do their score on this side. And you are going to complete one of these for each set of the game. So you would write the team names. So let's say gold team is on the left side of the net, green is on the right, and then you would write the number of the set. So the coaches will give you their lineups and they will be in order. So you would just need to write the numbers down of their lineups. So let's say the gold team has number 2 will be the first server, number 5 is second, number 8, number 11, 22, and 30, okay? And the green team, green team, let's say you have number 12, number 6, number 1, number 4, number 25, and number 46. All right, this is just totally made up, but you get this information from the coach. All right. So the team captains come and you also want to write the number of their libero right here. So let's say libero for the gold is 9 and libero for green is 6, or I guess not 6, I already used 6. All right, we'll go with 2. Okay, is 2. Okay, so you write the liberos there. All righty. So the teams come together, they do the coin toss. Gold wins the coin toss, so they will serve first. So you just do a check mark there to show who is going to serve first. All right, so gold team serves first and they miss their serve. So green team gets 1 point. So what you do here is, since number 12 is going to be the next server, or the first server really for green, you basically give number 12 the point. You would put 1 and you would circle it to designate that she didn't actually serve the ball to get that point. It was the side out point where the ball changed sides, so the green team would serve. So you would circle it there. But over here, we're just gonna cross it off. Now, some of you who worked with me, we did this a little bit differently the other day, but Coach Holland and I talked about it and have decided to do it this way. Okay, so there we go. So number 12, and then let's say number 12 gets her second serve, 3, 4. Let's say she gets 4 points. And then at the end of the play, it's a side out, so the gold team gets the ball back. You want to darken this line to show that this is where the ball changed to the other team. Okay, so over here, you also need to check and make sure that the right server is serving. Number 2 served first because gold got the serve, but she missed her serve. So we don't have any points next to her. So you need to check and make sure number 5 is serving next. If they're out of rotation and number 8 goes back to serve, it's your job to notify the ref that they are out of rotation, and the ref will blow the whistle and give the green team the point. Okay, so, but let's say that number 5 does go back to serve and they get their first point because it was a side out over here. So we circle it to show that it was the side out point and we cross this off. All right. So then let's say number 5 serves 2, 3, 4, 5, gets 6 points. Okay, they get 6 points, and then it switches sides. So we do the little side out mark and we come over here. You check to make sure that number 6 is serving. Well, number 6 is a middle, and the libero is going to come in for number 6 and serve. So what you need to do here is you put like a triangle around number 6 to show that that libero is serving for number 6. All right. you would do a 5 with a circle to show that that is the side out point. So number 6 hasn't served yet. This is the point because this team lost the ball and went over here. And then the libero gets point number 6. So for the first point that the libero gets, you're going to also put a triangle around that first point. And then let's say she gets 7 and 8. You don't have to put triangles around these. And another change, you also are not going to have to put triangles over here. So this is what we're going to use to show where the libero serves. So then there's a side out. Okay. So you draw. So there was a side out, and the other team gets the point, the gold team. The ball goes back to the gold team to serve. So they're at 7. You write 7 and circle it and cross it off. And let's say that the gold team, number 8, goes on a big run. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points. And the green team decides they want to call a timeout. So on the gold team side, the serving side, you write the TX. The X designates that it's the other team that has called the timeout. And over on the green team side, since they're the ones who called the timeout, you write a T. Every team can only take 2 timeouts per set. So up here, since the green team called the timeout, you write their score first. So it is 8 to, what was the score over here? It's 14. 8 to 14. So the ball, timeout's over, ball goes back in play. Gold team scores 1 more point, they get 15, and then it's a side out. So over here, the next point for the green team, now that they get the ball back, is 9. And also don't forget to cross off all of your points over here. Sometimes I do forget to do that. Okay, so we have 9 points over here. Okay, so we have 9 points over here, and the green team wants to make a substitution for number 1. They want to put in number 3. So very important, before you do anything else, you want to go ahead and get those numbers down. So you want to write number 3 and cross off number 1. That way you can tell the players that you've got their numbers and they can go ahead and switch. You don't want to hold up the game. So you go ahead, write number 3, cross off number 1, tell them, yep, you got them, give them a thumbs up, come down here and cross off 1 substitution down here. It's really important to keep track of the number of subs because each team only gets 18 subs per set. All right, so you also, after you get them to go in and cross this off, you want to write an S right here. That shows that the green team made a substitution right here. And on this side with the gold team, you want to do an S and an X after that last side out to show that that's when the other team made their substitution. So let's say number 3 scores 10, 11 points and then gets a side out. You're going to cross off 10 and 11. And you look up and you see that the gold team now wants to make 2 substitutions. So first thing you are going to look and see is who's going in for who. So you're going to write down, let's say number 21 is going in for 11. Write 21, cross off 11. And number 3 is going in for number 2. Cross off 2, write down 3, and say, yep, thumbs up, I got you. And players will go in. You're gonna cross off 1, 2 subs right here. You want to make sure that you do get the points correct. So it is the 16th point. That was the side out point. And then they did a substitution. And over here on the green team, you want to do the S and the X after that last side out to show that that's when the other team also made their substitution. All right, so now we are gonna have an immediate side out. So they put in that number 21 to serve and she missed it. Didn't get any points. The ball goes back to the green team and the next point is 12. You're going to circle the 12, cross off number 12. Number 4 goes on a bit of a run, gets 13, 14, 15. And at this point, instead of calling a timeout, the gold team wants to try to mess up her serve by putting in another sub. So you are going to write an SX over here because it's the other team putting in a substitution. And you're going to write an S over here after that last side out. And let's say they want to sub out number 30. So they go up to the line. You're going to, again, you are going to do the substitution first before you do all this S and SX stuff to make sure that the game continues with play. All right, so number 4 is going to go in for number 30. Cross that off, and then the play continues. She gets 16, 17, 18 points, and then there is a side out. So we had 12, we had 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points. And the next point over here is going to be 17, and you're going to circle that. So you, from time to time, are going to want to check and make sure that you have the number of substitutions correct. So all you really need to do is look and see, okay, I have 1 sub, 2 subs, 3 subs. Look for the commas and then count down here. I have 3, 1, 2, 3 to make sure that you are keeping up to speed on the number of substitutions there. Okay, let me think here. What else was I gonna do? Okay, so let's proceed here to get back to where the libero serves. Let's just do, let's say 19. Nobody else gets any points on serving. And then it's the libero's turn to serve again. So we've got what? 19, 20, 21. And it's time for the libero to serve again. So the next point would have been a 22, so we circle that. And then the libero does get a point, so 23, and you are going to do the triangle around that number 23. And let's say she finishes the game and gets to 25. So that is really how you will do that. 23, 24, 25. And I know we really didn't keep going with the score on this side, but let's just say that, and it's not realistic, but let's just say the game ends. You want to write the final score down here. Let's say this team has 17, this team has 25, so that you have that down. The only other thing that I did not do at the very beginning that you could do if it will help you is, remember at the very beginning, the gold team got the first serve, which is why we checked this box right here. And then we said she served it into the net. So the other team got the point. So to show that she had the first serve, and yes, she did serve it, but did not get a point, you could put a dash here, just so that you have that this area marked to show that we started with the correct server. She just didn't get any points. And because it was the first serve of the game, there was no side out point either. So that's another option for you to do that when you're doing this. So anyway, I think that is about it. If I've forgotten anything or you have any questions on anything, let me know and I will see about answering your questions. Thanks.